What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another review video. This review video has been requested quite a bit, so I kind of put it first. Here we have the Kershaw Lucha trainer. We'll kind of jump into the specs on this, so I'll toss the specs up on the screen as well. The overall length is 10.25 inches, and the overall weight is 5.9 ounces. So this is a rather long and heavy Balisong. And one thing that kind of contributes to that is that this thing is completely stainless steel. It's very heavy, and you're going to notice that while you're flipping it. But that being said, it's not too bad to get used to. In terms of flipping, just kind of jumping straight into it, honestly, this thing does flip pretty nice for what it is. Around rollovers, it performs very well. Just the momentum and the balance of it. I'll show you guys the balance point real quick. Come on. All right, there. As you guys can see, it's a little heavy, or handle heavy, however you guys want to say that. And for me personally, that actually is what I like. I like a lot of rollover dominant tricks or combos, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, for me, I really enjoyed flipping this Balisong. Twirls, I mean, it does pretty well in twirls. One thing I will say, it's heavy, and you're definitely going to notice that in twirls. That momentum does want to keep going, so whenever you do any ricochets, you're definitely going to feel it. But kind of continuing into fanning. Fanning's actually not too bad with this. It's not as bad as what I thought it was going to be. And that's just regular fanning. When it comes to choker fanning, kind of a different story. The handles are pretty thin. Let me grab another Balisong real quick so you guys can see. As many of you guys know, the 67s are kind of thin. The Luchas are even thinner. With this being a sandwich construction and stainless steel, typically the scales on a stainless steel sandwich construction are going to be a little thinner, just to kind of save on some weight. So one thing to keep note of, it's kind of awkward for choker fanning. But yeah, overall, I really like this trainer. I like the aesthetic of it. I like what they did with the blade. This blade, you can use it on the actual Lucha. It is completely swappable. So if you were to buy two of these, and let's say like the trainer was to break like one of the handles on it, you can switch over a scale from the actual live blade. They're completely swappable, interchangeable. One thing I have noticed with this though, and I don't know if others have noticed this, any bearing construction or any bearing pivot, I don't even know what you would call that, style Balisong, it does have a problem to where the screws come loose pretty easily, the pivot screws. So you're definitely going to want to Loctite this, and even when you do Loctite it, it's still going to come loose. It's not too big of a deal as long as you keep a tool on you, but like let's say you go camping or something and you forget your tool, this will come loose and you're probably not going to be able to flip it too much. One thing I have noticed, I don't think I have the screws up here with me right now. I actually stripped, on my live blade version, I actually stripped 4 of these little body screws, and that's one reason why I still haven't made the review on the live blade version, is because those screws are still in there. So I plan on taking the live blade over to this and then doing another review on the actual live blade. But yeah, just the overall hardware on this is disappointing. I stripped 4 of these. I actually stripped a pivot screw. I don't know how I managed to do it, but just while I was flipping it, it got loose, and I went to tighten it, and it just wasn't getting tight. So it's not like I over torqued it and it stripped. I honestly don't know what happened. I don't know the quality of hardware they use on these, but it does seem like it's kind of subpar compared to a lot of others. This is the first time I've ever had an actual pivot screw strip by itself. So yeah, just one thing to take note of. The box it comes in, it's alright. It's not anything too special, but it's not anything that's like too bad. On the box right here, it does say Lucha 5150 TR. So I believe that TR stands for trainer. It does come with a latch. I took the latch off just because I don't like how the latch feels. But yeah, that's just kind of my review on this. Overall, honestly, on Blade HQ right now, I actually have it pulled up. On Blade HQ right now, these are $114. I'm sure you can find these on the secondary market for probably around $100. And honestly, for $100, it's hard to beat. I mean, you get a full stainless steel construction. Other than the hardware, minus the hardware, the actual trainer blade and these scales, I have no doubt that those will last as long as I want them to. They're very heavy. The finish on the handles are kind of like a bead blast. Not really. It's just kind of like a matte finish. And the actual blade, trainer blade, is a stonewash finish. Not too sure how well you guys can see that on the camera, but it is a stonewash. And on the back it does have a crown spine. It says Kershaw 5150 TR. Then it has their logos right there, made in USA. If you guys can't see that in the video, I'll toss a photo up of it. But yeah, overall for $100, I think you're going to be kind of hard pressed to find a trainer that's just high quality for the money. And honestly, if you're just new to getting into this, Balisongs are typically illegal in your area. I would highly recommend this, as you know, as long as you can find replacement hardware, you're not gonna have to worry about, you know, replacing the handles or the trainer blade. And then one thing too, you can find just the blades on the secondary market sometimes, and you could just order just the blade, and it might make it easier to get everything in areas where you're not necessarily supposed to. But yeah, the blade material on this is a Senvic 14C28N. So just one thing to keep in mind is that the blade material could possibly rust. I don't expect it to, but yeah, just something to keep in mind. So that's kind of the end of this review. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I am going to do a review on the fly tie handles on it. Also, I'm going to try to get a pair of aluminum handles on it and see how those go. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys had a good weekend. Hope you guys are having a beautiful week and you guys have a beautiful day. Until next time, you guys take it easy.